Hello, artist. It's Kelli Folsom here. Welcome back to another Art Life Conversations. So excited to be here with all of you today. And today we're going to be talking about how to overcome artist block, right? If you are feeling blocked as an artist, get ready because we are going to dive into the ways in which you can unblock yourself, right? And really the number one way I'm going to be sharing with you, the number one way that I would recommend getting unblocked. It's super, super simple, right? Okay, so in this video, we're going to discuss what is an artist block? What is that creativity block? Why do we need to why is it important for us to get ourselves unblocked? What is my experience with being blocked? Okay, because I've been blocked before as well in multiple ways. And how to get unblocked, how to solve that problem. Okay, so first of all, what is artist block? All of you who are artists here know what it is. If you don't, then that's okay. I just look at artist block and I don't really believe in artist block, and I'll explain that more later. But the way that I look at artist block is basically you are out of ideas, you don't have the drive to create anymore, you're not feeling inspired, right? You're not feeling motivated to create another work of art for whatever reason. Okay, so why do we want to solve this problem? Well, obviously, because my friend, we're creators. You're a creator, I'm a creator. That's what we're here to do, is to create things, right? So when we are creatively blocked, this is no fun for anyone. It's of no benefit. It's of no benefit to yourself, to your family, to your friends, and that might just be a reframe for some of you right there. Maybe you don't really see yourself as a creative. Maybe that's part of it. Is you're not really taking yourself seriously, right? That could be one piece of the puzzle. That you're not really embodying the identity of being a creative, being a creator whose job it is to create things. That's really how I look at it. My job on this planet is to create things. Is to create works of art, and also to create, for me, it's to create podcasts, to create teaching materials, because I'm a teacher, right? I'm a creator and I'm a teacher. I'm not just one thing, right? I'm a creator, I'm a teacher, and I also know how to make money with my creations, right? So each of us, we have these identities, and we want to these sort of missions, right, that we're here to complete while on this planet. And so first and foremost, you want to be stepping into that, embodying it completely, totally completely. So that's why we want to get unblocked if we're feeling blocked, because that's our purpose in life, is to be a creator. So, and what happens when somebody is not living their purpose, right? I know I've been there. Before I went to art school, you guys, you would not even know that I was the same freaking person. You wouldn't, because I wasn't creating, right? I wasn't using my gifts and my talents. And so because I wasn't living out that purpose, I was struggling a lot. I was struggling with depression. I was struggling with feeling purposeless, having no purpose, feeling why am I even here on this planet? I don't serve any purpose. I don't help anybody. I'm not contributing in any way. Okay. So that is how serious it is to get unblocked. Okay. And obviously there's a lot of ways in which we could do this. I'm going to, why does this, say why does this problem exist, right? And how to solve it. See, I really don't see it as being blocked. I see it we're just bored, right? Okay. So, and some of us get bored much easier than others, okay? And there's nothing wrong with that. But anytime I'm feeling blocked, it's really just because I am really freaking bored. I get bored if I'm doing, and I'm pretty structured, in order to run my business successfully, I have to maintain a pretty strong structure, a pretty, a structure around my time and what I'm doing, especially because I make a lot of promises to a lot of people to fulfill delivery of things, delivery of course material, delivery of support and instruction and coaching and mentoring, right? And so I have to be pretty structured in that regard. And I'm also very aware of like, okay, I'm bored, I need to create something new. Or, and this is the thing with art, I think sometimes is like we have found, like, in order to become successful as an artist in our skill set, we do have to kind of create and find like a process and a routine and a methodology that works for us, right? So we're not like reinventing the wheel every freaking time, so that we get into that creative flow and we have more successful results because we do have this wonderful process structure for creating. And sometimes if we are creating the same thing day in, day out, we're repeating the same methodology, the same process over and over and over again, guess what? You can get bored. Right? Who's been there? Who has been there? Now, again, some people have more tolerance for boredom, right? In their art process. Maybe like they can do the same thing much longer without getting blocked and just keep doing it and keep doing it and keep doing it. I'm somebody that does get bored more easily, and I need to shake it up more. Like I need to try different things, whether that's trying a different subject matter. For me, it might be something as simple as I'm going to order flowers in that I haven't painted in a long time. Or it could be something as simple as, like, for example, this weekend I'm going up and Monty and I are taking a little painting trip here in Colorado, and it's something we haven't done in a while, and I bought a set of acrylics today because I was like, you know what, I'm just going to play around with some acrylics while we're up there, just having fun, just exploring, just experimenting. So to overcome that artist block, I think it's really just a matter of that boredom most of the time. And so shake it up, do something different. Maybe it's signing up for a different class or experimenting with a different medium, like what I'm doing. I'm, okay, I haven't painted in acrylics since 2006, man. Let's give it a shot. Hell, who knows? Maybe I'll like it. Maybe I'll have fun with it. I don't know. We're going to find out, and that's going to be fun. It's going to shake it up, right? So maybe a different medium, maybe if it's a different genre, maybe taking a class in a genre that you've never attempted before. Or it also could be like, hey, I'm just going to go in my studio and I'm just going to paint something wild and abstract, right? Like not everything always has to have a point to it. Okay. So not everything has to kind of come out with like an end result or an outcome, something that you can show and sell, right? So sometimes too, especially for professional artists we are making our living from our art, right? Sometimes the thing that can get lost is just that joy of playing, that joy of experimenting, especially if you feel like you're like cranking out very similar work. Maybe you do like one style that everybody just responds to, or one subject matter that everybody loves, and that's kind of your bread and butter for your art business. It's pretty common for a lot of artists. Maybe in that case you're in galleries and they only want, like I know whenever I was in galleries back in the day, which I'm not anymore because I don't like working with galleries. That's another podcast. But, they only wanted still lifes, right? In a certain size and a certain price range. And in particular, kind of the really dark and light chiaroscuro still lifes is what they wanted for the most part from me. So, sometimes as a professional artist, there's something that is kind of our bread and butter, and we can just kind of get niche, maybe boxed in a bit, right? And that can block us. So we have to unblock ourselves, free ourselves, like nobody is in charge of us, right? As artists, that's the joy of being an artist, is that we have so many possibilities, so much freedom in our creativity if only we use it, right? Like nobody can make us use that. So that is my number one tip in getting unblocked, is like just do, like, I would just ask, like, what's the first thing that comes to mind that sounds like fun for me to do with art, and just follow that, right? Like, follow that intuition. Make a bad painting, right? Like, maybe it's like, okay, I'm just going to go do something with a palette knife, or I'm just going to try a different technique, or So just allowing yourself to listen to that intuition and play, right? Like, you might need a whole day, or maybe sometimes it might just be like 30 minutes, like you just, messing around for 30 minutes doing a quick little sketch or a quick little study or doing something abstract, right? Sometimes just 30 minutes is enough. And all of a sudden you're like, oh, wow, that was great. It shook it up. I don't feel bored anymore. Like, that was really cool what just happened there. Like, I've never mixed those two colors to get together. Wow, that was and even something like that, like try colors you've never tried before, right? So there's just so many ways that we can, just ease that boredom, right? Like, for some of us who get so bored, there's so many quick ways that we can release that pressure. And I would encourage you and invite you to consider to do it with your art, right? And it doesn't mean like you have to blow up your whole art business or uproot your whole life, or sometimes we're just super dramatic, right? Like, we're creatives, we're artists, we get like on the drama on the drama train real fast. So sometimes it's just something simple. It's something simple like taking a little art trip, doing something, painting in a way that you've never done, just releasing the pressure to perform off of yourself, right? Okay, my friends, I hope that this has been helpful to you, and I hope it's maybe kind of given you some ideas if you are feeling bored, right? If you're feeling blocked, you're probably just bored, right? So I hope this has given you some food for thought, some ideas to get out of that block. Shake it up, shake up the routine, shake up the methodology, shake up the process, right? Try something different, have a good time, just be a little kid, right? For 30 minutes or an hour and have fun. And heck, dance while you're doing it, or paint naked if that helps, right? Like, anything that your intuition, kind of comes to you like, yeah, that would be kind of silly and crazy and fun. Just go for it. Just do it. Like, nobody's watching all the time, and everybody doesn't need to know what you're doing all the time, right? So just keep that in mind, like, stay free in your creativity. Okay. All right, my friends, I hope this has been helpful to you. As always, just so you know, check out all of the links below. We've got some really awesome, juicy stuff coming up for you in terms of courses, coaching, challenges, all those things. So definitely check out all of the links below if you're interested in working with me further, either in building your skill set as an artist or working on your art business. So I have a lot to help you in all of those areas. And also, if you have any ideas or topics that you want covered on this podcast, I'd love to hear from you. This is Art Life Conversations, not monologue. So I love hearing from you guys, like, what are you struggling with? What questions do you have for me? Just email in at info@artlifewithkelli, that's with an I, not a Y.com. And I'd love to cover topics that you guys are wanting covered. Okay, until next time, I'm wishing you all happy painting. Bye.